Students, in this part, I will tell you about the Indian Constitution. So, Indian Constitution made that was on 26 November 1949, and it was implemented in on 26 January 1950 because we are celebrating as a Republic Day. This marked the end of this period. Period about the British period. It was the end of the British period. So now Indian government will rule over. So it was telling us about the Indian government, and the British government had been governed by the acts of the British Parliament. Now next is struggle for the Purna Swaraj. It means total or complete independence. On 15th of August 1947, the British rule in India came to an end after a very long struggle. Many revolutions, many struggles were there for getting the independence. It was on 26 January 1930 when the Congress declared Purna Swaraj complete independence as the purpose, the aim of this that was Purna Swaraj was to India's freedom struggle. It was the aim. Every year since then on the same day 26 January was celebrated as the Republic Day. All our national efforts were directed towards the realization of the goal. The goal and aim and the purpose was only there to get the independence and to get the free and what Indian constitution there. Next is Constituent Assembly. Constituent Assembly means it is a body or assembly of popularly elected representatives which is assembled for the purpose of drafting or adopting a constitution or similar documents. So the Constituent Assembly was organized to frame the new constitution of India. This was done in accordance with cabinet mission. So some people were appointed there to make this constitution. In July 1946, elections were held to make the Constituent Assembly. The members were elected not directly by the people but indirectly by the members of the some legislature assembly. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the president of Constituent Assembly at that time. There were in all 389 members, and however after the partition of the country in 1947, the Constituent Assembly was left with only 308 members. First there were 389 members, and after 1947 when the partition were there, after that, after the partition only the 308 members were left. What was the status of the Constituent Assembly? So the Constituent Assembly had been created as a result of the cabinet mission plan under the direction of British Parliament. Even that it is also effected by the British Parliament. It was not a sovereign Constituent Assembly. Sovereign, we are having our free land. Sovereign means the country that is not under the rule of any rich country. However, when the Indian Independence Act was passed and India became free on 15th August 1947, the Constituent Assembly became the sovereign. After 1947, we got our free land in India. So it has declared the sovereign constitution, and we can make assembly of free and independent India. The Constitution Assembly had two major tasks to perform. First is to frame the Constitution of Free India. First we were following only the British Constitution. After first aim was there to make our own Constitution of Free India. Number two, to work as the highest law-making body, the Parliament of India, to frame new laws for India after 15 August 1947. So we can make our free laws. So according to Indian government, where the people can enjoy their rights and duties properly. Next is Nehru's objective resolution. What was the objective by the Jawaharlal Nehru? On 13th December 1947, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru took first step towards the making of the constitution. When he moved his most important objective resolution in the assembly, it laid down the basic principle. What he has added are ideals like freedom fighters like Mahatma Gandhi and main objectives which were the guide to the constitution maker in the making of Constitution of India. At that time they have just gathered some people which were told, that was which were called a galaxy of the best Indians.